Route 66 turns 100 in 2026. America is celebrating the diners, the neon signs, the motels, and the idea of one perfect road west. But the part we forget is stranger. Route 66 became a legend after America built a faster system around it. History Unpacked. The facts behind the postcard. The postcard version starts with a shield on the pavement, a motel sign glowing at night, and a two-lane road running toward the horizon. That image is real, but Route 66 did not begin as a nostalgia machine. It began as a practical federal highway number, designated in 1926, when America was trying to make long-distance automobile travel legible. The country already had roads. Many were local roads, older trails, settlement routes, and farm-to-market paths. Route 66 linked pieces of that older network into something drivers could follow across a continent. It started in Chicago, crossed Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California, and reached the Pacific near Santa Monica. That diagonal path mattered. It cut across the grain of the country, tying big cities, small towns, desert stretches, farm country, and tourist stops into one recognizable line. It made the map feel like something a family could actually drive. The National Archives notes that the road took years to standardize and align. Sections had to be widened, straightened, paved, and connected before the myth had anything like a finished shape. It was also described as the first road of its length to be entirely paved, and the only national highway that crossed the country diagonally. That is the first hidden piece of the story. The road Americans remember as natural and timeless was actually assembled. Once it worked, it changed the towns along it. A driver needed fuel, food, repairs, sleep, directions, and a reason to pull over. So a roadside economy grew up around the pause. Gas stations, cafes, cabins, motor courts, souvenir shops, and oddball signs were built to catch a moving eye. Route 66 did not just move people through towns. It gave towns a reason to perform for the road. Some of those places were modest. Some were loud on purpose. On a two-lane road, a weird sign could be the difference between a car passing by and a family stopping for the night. That is why Route 66 still feels personal. It was not just concrete and asphalt. It was thousands of small bets placed beside the traffic. But a road built around stopping was vulnerable to a country that decided speed was progress. The interstate era changed the question. The old road asked, what town comes next? The new highways asked, how fast can traffic move around it? The design goal shifted from local contact to uninterrupted movement. A bypass could save minutes for a traveler. For a town that depended on passing cars, those saved minutes could drain away the whole business model. The new system did not need every cafe, every court, every gas pump, or every main street. It needed lanes, exits, speed, and predictable movement. For drivers, that was progress. For many roadside businesses, it was a slow disaster. The National Park Service says Route 66 was decommissioned as a federal highway in 1985. The road did not vanish, but the official system had moved on, and the famous name no longer meant what it had meant to the federal highway map. That is when the memory started doing what the highway no longer could. Signs were saved. Motels became landmarks. Old alignments became destinations. The places once designed to interrupt a trip became the trip itself. The old business model had been traffic. The new one became memory. That is the second hidden piece. Route 66 was not preserved only because it was efficient. It was preserved because it had become emotional. Congress created the National Park Service Route 66 Corridor Preservation Program in 1999 to help protect significant places and stories along the route. The road America replaced became the road America wanted to remember. That is why the 2026 centennial matters. It is not just a birthday party for a highway. The National Park Service frames the centennial as a way to connect the country's past and present through the special places of the road. It is a celebration of the towns, signs, diners, motels, and roadside inventions that survived after the traffic moved somewhere else. Since 2001, the preservation program has supported more than 170 projects across the route. The postcard is the neon. The history is the system underneath it. A road assembled from older roads, fed by travelers, bypassed by progress, and rescued by memory. That is why the cheerful signs can carry a little sadness when you know what happened around them. So when America celebrates Route 66, it is not only celebrating a road. It is celebrating the place's speed left behind. If you enjoy stories like this, subscribe to History Unpacked. The facts behind the postcard.